Hello everyone, it's Birdie here, the recycled hippie chick. I'm only hoping that this is all in frame because I've got my camera up so high now that it's by my overhead light and it shines on it, and I don't have a ladder to climb up there and look down to see if everything's okay. So it appeared that I was. So I'm just going to make sure that I stay in that line with everything, hopefully, from now on, and I'll be in frame. I don't know. My cord is out of the way, I think. So let's give this a whirl. Okay, so you guys know that I am doing giveaway packs, and one of my gals requested things that were green, if I had any green papers and stuff like that. So here I am, instead of getting rid of stuff, I haven't noticed anything green. So I'm making green stuff. I'm like, you ding dong, you just should tell her no, you don't have any green paper and go on with it. I did have green felt, I did have a cute little green bag. I did have a few cute green things that I stuck in there, but I didn't have any green paper. So here I am gel plating green paper. So I thought, well, I'll take you guys with me. You guys can go with me. So let's just gel plate for a little bit. My husband, it's about what, 8 o'clock here. My husband is out in the shop. He told me, make me some food tonight, but when I'm done eating, I'm going back out to the shop. He is teaching himself. He's got 2 or 3 metal lathes out there, and he's teaching himself how to bore out cylinders, whatever that means. If any of you girls are car buffs, you will know that a buddy of his has asked if he could bore out his cylinders 6 over on his, I don't know, race car or something. He said, well, if you're willing to let me practice and figure it out, I'll sure give it a try. So yeah, he's out there. He's got an old junk engine that he's got on the lathe, and he is trying to teach himself how to bore out cylinders 6 over. He can bore them out to what they need to be, but he's never bored them out 6 over, whatever all that means, okay? I actually like that, just like it is, and I'm not sure this one's going to be given away. So, let's just keep going, because all this goodness is on here, and I may keep them for myself until the goodness is gone. So, let's just see what happens. I got a few mark making tools here that we can use also. And I'm channeling Darcy right now, because she's like, Darcy and Kylie Koo, they are like the gel plate masters. Make it look so very simple, when there is definitely an art to this that not all of us possess. And they say, oh, it's just so easy. No, it is not. It takes a talent that you guys have and that not all of us have. I want you to know that I'm about to go berserko over these hearing aids. My appointment is this week to get them adjusted. And when I listen to myself talk, it sounds like blown speakers. You know that vibration you hear when your stereo has a blown speaker? But when I am quiet, which you know that rarely happens, and just listen to outside noises, they're fine. It's just when I listen to myself talk. So it's just about to drive me nutso. So I can't wait until my adjustment day. Yes, this Arteza paint is beautiful, but it is kind of see-through, so I don't like to use it as the only paint. It's translucent. So I'm packaging up packages. I had to kind of take some time off. I get all excited and think they have to be out within 24 hours. And then I have anxiety and I can't hardly sleep at night and yada yada. And my granddaughter came over. She wanted to have a birthday weekend at my house. She wanted to spend the night and go get a bicycle, and we took her out to eat at Chick-fil-A. We played on the swing and we did all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Terry. And then she wanted to spend the night and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should be loading up my packages. And my husband's like, no. The packages will wait. People will understand. You can take 2 or 3 days to get them out. You know, spend some time with your granddaughter. So, I have been playing with Rosie this weekend. And she exhausts me. We had fun. This is actually metallic. This one here. I don't know if it's translucent or not. I think it's going to be official. We can throw away a bottle of glue or of paint. That one's gone. Yeah, by the time she left today, I had a headache, which I have not had a headache in a very long time. She wanted to take the dogs for a walk on the bike trail. So we loaded the dogs up, put their harnesses on, and went up to the bike trail, which is only about a half a mile from my house. And we walked 1 mile. And I thought I was going to die. I mean, I came home, I needed electrolytes, I had a headache, I couldn't hardly make it past the next hour or two before she went home. So I'm going to attempt to get out. Don't know if I'm going to do it with the dogs. They are part of the stress in the 1 mile walk. It's 2 dogs crossing leashes, leashes and everything else. It's anxiety. So, but I think I'm going to attempt to walk that mile every day and see if I can't get some of my strength back. It's ridiculous how you quit working and your strength almost leaves immediately. And I'm here. You know how I am. I'm all over this property. But obviously, the walking part of it has left me. Let's try to put some mark making in this one. I have a book next to me here that I'm rolling my roller off on. Let's do this one here. See how that one does. But we had a blast. We do have fun. We built a campfire last night. We had s'mores. And we didn't. She did. I have, for now, officially 8 weeks, I have been carnivore, which is I eat nothing but animal products. So I have eggs, meat. I can have cheese, but I'm just not really hungry for cheese, which is good. any kind of fish, shellfish, cottage cheese, anything like that I can have. Trying to heal my thyroid without medication is what I'm doing. But in the meanwhile, I am now officially 2 days off of my blood pressure medication. It has really lowered my blood pressure and has enabled me to wean off my blood pressure medicine. I called my cardiologist and told them what I was doing and said my blood pressure is really lowering, and they said start weaning off. So I've only lost 5 pounds, which I would love to, lose weight, but I'm sure that will happen in time. I'm just wanting to get the thyroid healed, and then when that's healed and I'm back to normal, I'm taking iodine, trying to correct it, because I have now learned that we are all deficient in iodine, which can cause all kinds of problems. And I'm now taking the iodine and a few other supplements, but for the most part I'm just doing the carnivore way of eating. And so it was extremely difficult this weekend going to number one Chick-fil-A and only eating chicken, which was basically, oh, there's a mosquito in here, which was basically a cheat for me because I ate chicken strips with the breading. So that was the only thing that I actually cheated on this weekend. She wanted s'mores. I made s'mores. Did not have one. She made s'mores. I did not partake, which I am a sugar addict, and it was like somebody putting crack cocaine in front of me and saying, "You want some?" So I sent all of that home with her. I also made her, she wanted sticky popcorn, which is marshmallows. I didn't have any brown sugar because I had thrown that away. I had to go to the store and get marshmallows. I had to go to the store and get everything from s'mores because I completely emptied out all of my cupboards. There's no spices except for salt and pepper. None of that stuff is left in my house. And you know what? I don't care. I don't even miss it now. I can do things once I get clean. It's getting clean that I have a really hard time doing. What else can we put on there with green? Let's just try some blue. So yeah, I didn't eat any of that. Oh, and this morning she wanted pancakes. And I had enough flour left over to make a pancake. So she had pancakes, and I sent those home with her too. So, and I had scrambled eggs. So I am so proud of myself for just getting through the past 24 hours. Let's do this again. And put this back over the top. So I am going to have a clean art room and a clean body. I've been in ketosis. I've been checking my ketones. I'm completely in ketosis. So my body should be utilizing the fat that's on there. Butter. I can have butter. Lots and lots of butter. And then once, it's actually an elimination diet. A lot of people stay on it instead of going back to their other way. What you do is once you either get what you're wanting healed or get the weight loss that you're wanting to lose, then, or some people with irritable bowel or whatever, they may not be able to handle, or allergies, They get off of everything but meat, animal-based, and then they start adding back in. After about 3 months, you can start adding slowly things back in, and then you start seeing what your body can handle and what it can't. You add things back in one at a time. Like one gal, she added back in cheese. She didn't do any cheese. She added back in dairy and realized the only part of dairy she could handle was whipping cream and butter. Everything else she could not handle. So she started writing things down that she could handle and couldn't handle, and that way she has a list, you know, of what her problem areas are and what her things that she can handle well are. So I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know if purple and green go well together, but we're going to give it a try. So I'm off my thyroid meds, and now I'm just trying to get it all working properly. I'm going to have my labs checked again in April, and we'll see if it's done anything with my lab work. I'm not going to tell my doctor what I've done. I just want my labs done, and I want to see what he says. I'm not going to admit what I'm doing just yet. Oh my, I might want to keep this one. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. So, I'm kind of upset with him for not mentioning iodine. This one doctor I have been following, Dr. Bright, on YouTube, talking about how to heal your thyroid, or all of your endocrines, actually. She was it her or a man doctor that I heard this from? One of them said, every endocrinologist that takes you in and says you have hyper, Hashimoto's, the first thing they should do before they put you on medication is say, I want you on such and such milligram of iodine, salt, and water, and let's see if we can't get this regulated like that first, and then if we cannot, we'll move on to medication. But she said, he or she, whichever one told me all this, said they should be telling you you need iodine whether or not they put you on medication. Everyone should be sending their patients out of that office with iodine, and he never even mentioned it. Matter of fact, the last time I was there, I was just starting, in April, I was just starting to wonder how I could take care, because I don't want to be on thyroid meds the rest of my life. I said, could I heal my thyroid with my diet? And he looked at me and kind of rolled his eyes and said, have you been watching YouTube? And I'm like, he goes, you need to stop watching the internet. Yes, you could change your thyroid with your diet, he said, but he said, who's going to do that? So I just automatically put you on medication, because I don't bring up the food thing, because it's a very strict way of eating, and who honestly is going to do that? And I'm like, I said, well, I would kind of like to have that choice to decide whether I could do that or not. You know, I at least want him to tell me I have options. Not too crazy about that one, but we may add another layer to that. It might just be the purple and green. that I'm not crazy about. We may be emptying another bottle here. Whoops. It's kind of snotty. Okay, I should have said this at the beginning. Dag nabbit. Somebody, one of my watchers, messaged me, and I cannot find the message, and I don't know where it was. If it was Etsy, Instagram, Messenger, I can't find the message. YouTube. Somebody said, I watched your video and you were talking about giving stuff away, and I told you I would like to have a package, you know, did you forget about me? And I went, oh man, I'm glad you rang my bell, because yes, I had forgotten about it. If that was you, will you please let me know, because I have your package sitting ready, waiting, and I don't remember who, I don't know who it was, so I don't know where I'm sending it, who I'm sending it to. So if it was one of you guys that sent me that message, I am so sorry that I do not know what has happened. Of course, you know, with me and technology, anything could happen. So please let me know who you are, so I can make sure and get your package out to you. It is ready to go. That has just driven me nuts that I cannot find that. Wow, that doesn't even look like green anymore, does it? Kind of turned it yellow. It's cool, but it's really not green. Oh well, too bad. I'll just have to have that one for myself. Shucks. We must stay on the green path. Let's throw some of that in here with this one. Okay, let's give this a whirl. Put it over the top of this one we weren't too excited about, this purple one. The days are cooling down a tiny bit. It's going to be in the 80s this week, so I think I'm going to go out in my yard and start cutting things back for fall and getting it done. Not looking forward to it, but I just haven't had I'm doing stuff, but I haven't had the energy. Man, my muscles have been putting, it's like and I'm sure it's the thyroid. I'm winding up in the afternoon and ready to go till midnight, but in the morning I'm really weak and don't want to do anything. You guys ever have that? Okay, let's see here. My husband has been doing this way of eating with me also, and he doesn't care. He loves the simplicity, to have just a meat and some cottage cheese for supper. He is just a happy camper. He said he doesn't have any desire to go back to the other way of eating. His snoring has stopped. His sleep apnea has stopped. He's lost 10 pounds. He's going to wait a little longer before he takes that antacid stuff at night, that, what do you call it? That stuff for where the acid comes up, acid reflux stuff. He takes that at night, and he's going to wait a little longer before he tries to go off of that. But we're in hopes that he can get off of that too. So yeah, it hasn't hurt us, let me say that. Let's put some of this on there. We don't have any light stuff going on yet. Oh, that's going to be a lot. That's a big glob right there. When you see your roller smear through it like that, you know you've got too much paint on there. Let's do this. Let's pull this one in here and just run over it and give it some different lightness, just to get some of that paint off my roller. Okay. I think we'll do this one, and then we will call it good, because I don't want to go over my poundage. I'm trying to keep it at about 2 pounds. Okay, I'm going to get a stencil, and let's try to just put some shapes on that last one we just did. And let me go grab a stencil, and I'll be right back. Oh, do I dare try to climb up here and shut you off? Push pause. I have a stool, and the only way I can stand on it is on the rails. So I feel like I'm an accident waiting to happen. Okay, now let's see, what do we do here? What do we do? We put this on if we just want the teardrops on there? Yeah, it's been so long since I've done this. Let's just do, she wants green paper, so let's just do another shade of green on there. I don't know if this is, it's been so long since I've done this. I don't even know if this is correct. There's no rules, so we're just going to do it anyway. Okay, I want to utilize this. It's on there. Okay, here we go. I hope you're watching me, whoever you were that sent me that message about your package. I hope you're watching me. Pray that the Lord will lead her to my video so I can get in contact with her. Oh, that's a cute one. There you go, Andrea. Okay, so we have some green papers for Andrea, and we made a video. So we've killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'm going to get back to packing. Bye-bye from Birdie.